everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. And in today's video, we have a very special guest.
We do?
Where is she?
It's
Trixie
me.
Mattel!
Yay! I just flew to Milwaukee. I literally came straight from the airport. Haven't even gone to a hotel yet. I'm so happy to be here.
And I appreciate you being here.
I have watched all of your videos. I've watched every video on this channel, all of them, and it's amazing.
What you guys don't know is me and Trixie go way, way, way back. We're friends all the way back when she lived in the basement.
It was a garden level apartment. You always call it a basement like it's like the movie Saw.
There was mold.
Yeah. There was mold. I mean, tell that to my dead parakeet. There was definitely something going on in the air.
You had a bird?
Yeah, I remember Birdie.
Was it like one of those things you bring into like a tunnel to see if the air is good?
Pretty much, and the air was not good, but I mean, we used to both know like very little about wigs, and I remember even together trying to figure. I took some of your wigs to Drag Race. I took one of your like early Marylands to Drag Race, and it was so full of plastic bags that it was just like crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. But it was still like the most beautiful wigs I'd ever seen.
I remember I styled the wig for you before you left, and you performed it the day before, and it fell apart.
I don't even remember that.
But what are we doing today?
Well, I texted James like a week ago because I had this brilliant idea for this Halloween party in our hometown tomorrow. I was like, I want to do Elvira. And then since you've remade all these RuPaul wigs, I thought, what if I brought some costume store Elvira wigs? Maybe you could help me.
Oh my gosh, you guys. In true Trixie Mattel fashion, this is being a friend with her. She only hangs out with you if you can do something for her.
I know. I'm like, hey girl. Yeah, anyway, can you style 3 wigs for me? But I will say, when I was on Amazon, I did kind of try to pick like the higher price point, nicer one, because there was worse wigs than what we're gonna style.
I believe it. I've seen some of the stuff Elvira offers.
Yeah.
Love her to death, but sis.
Yeah, well, I think there's licensed Elvira. I don't know if this is even necessarily Elvira wigs, but...
Well, let's see. It is from Secret Wishes.
Secret Wishes?
Whoa.
Oh my god, let me see her.
I mean, she's got like the...
I mean, it looks okay on this girl.
Oh yeah. It's kind of the 80s power mullet.
If it came in a box like this, I would have, if I was at home, probably just done one on the head and then like stuffed the second one and done a bump. Because for drag, I just want height and length. But let's be honest, it's probably not gonna look like this.
Let's
Should we
open
open
up
them?
and see. I'm
This
excited.
is so fun. I love your channel.
It looks like it came from a Spencer Gifts. The hair, I'm already
Okay,
intrigued by.
It's, what do you, it's what,
How long is
okay,
it?
okay,
The length is good.
I
length.
thought it was gonna be like this long. Okay, just got the bat though. It's much shinier, you know, like cheap wig shiny. Although in your videos, I've noticed sometimes you say how cheap it looks, but on camera you can't really tell. But in real life, you guys, this is like...
I will say, on a scale of 1 to beauty shop, it is more of a beauty shop wig.
Totally. I mean, from here down, this is
we've worked with
completely
this hair
doable.
before.
Oh, girl. And if you turn it inside out, it's one of those like...
Oh.
domes. I mean, what would you call that? Burlap?
I will say, it's interesting because it has ear tabs. So that's already elevated in some point, and there's elastic in it.
I mean,
There are no combs. So...
Those combs, they're just like an insult to my baldness every time. I'm like, what am I supposed to clip this to?
Looking at it, girl, this is literally a fall, like, strapped to a bob.
Yeah, this isn't so bad. I bought 3 of them because I thought worst case scenario, what if we have to cut one up for length? I mean, it's good. It's kind of hollow. I'm worried about it going on my head and basically just being like...
Oh, we're gonna stuff it, but
we're gonna have to.
It'll be good.
I kind of want to put it on and just see what's up as the first one.
Go for the fantasy.
Okay, you can cut this out, right?
Yeah. We're not cutting it out.
Shut up!
Ooh.
Is this Elvira to you?
I mean,
Give me
she's
this.
serving something.
This is
sis.
Elvira's. See, this is hollow. That's the problem. Like, that needs to be kind of stuffed. It fully doesn't look like an Elvira wig.
No.
I'm taking it off. You can go to a gay event with that fucking wig on. That's so embarrassing.
Now, fun fact, you guys, I actually learned a lot of like base teasing skills from Trixie.
I remember I was in beauty school at the time, and so I had just learned myself like backcombing, like that, and I mean the heights to which you've taken it, literal heights.
I remember the example you gave me was I brought over a black wig and you said we're gonna make a Loretta Lynn style, which I was like shocked you knew who that was, but you hadn't seen The Coal Miner's Daughter.
Well, I mean, yeah, I still haven't seen it. Sissy's Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also have
They've even made a Lifetime movie now.
I've never seen 9 to 5. I know. Everyone's like, but you love Dolly Parton. I'm like, but I haven't seen everything. By the way, I'd like everyone to know that from the waist down, we have pads, corsets, heels, pedicures, layers of fishnets. It's a full look.
Oh yeah, full on Violet Chachki waist going on right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm a little lower quality. I'm Violet Chachbag.
Violet Thachki.
Yes. I don't know if you guys can see this. I do think that some of these layers could be nice for for some volume once you tease them.
Oh yeah, once we tease it, it's gonna be sickening.
Because if this was all one length, it'd be really hard to get any sort of bubble effect.
I'm looking at it and like it's very 60s. Like if you'll get the full on like.
Totally. This looks more like, who is she referencing for her hair?
I did some research on it, and apparently their inspiration was Vampira and Ronnie Spector from the Ronettes.
This looks more like Ronnie Spector than Elvira.
Yeah.
Because it looks sweeter.
Ronnie Spector now, where she kind of looks like Gene Simmons.
Oh, we're already having it. We're already starting to create the hairball for the video.
Yes! Now, I'm gonna not touch this length, because we want length, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And we have 3 of these, so we can, Do you sew tracksuit or do you hot glue?
I sew them if I'm not being lazy. Otherwise, I use drawstring ponytails.
For length?
Yeah.
Like you safety pin them in?
I do the full-on like old school pageant trick where you just sew them together and just clip them on.
I love that. Have you ever seen like the drag queens who they have the updo with the bump, and then they have a bunch of those ponytails, and they're like safety pinned together, and it's just this amorphous blob that they pin. It's amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna start teasing her as I got her pinned down. Like, it looks good now, but sometimes you go into these things and it's just like, it turns into a big old ball of frizz.
See, that's why I like your videos so much, because I've learned to trust the process, because it always turns out. So no matter how bad the wig starts, I'm kind of like, it'll be fine. Whereas I think your videos used to be more like, let's see if we can do anything with this. But now I always feel like it'll be fine. I mean, you did the RuPaul wigs. That blue one,
girl,
teal the show. No, they teal your money. Teal your money. That was so not it. And the nerve of, I mean, I love you, RuPaul. If you're watching this, I love you. But she is, obviously.
It was the most expensive one.
I also love her face in the front of it. It's just like not her. She's never even seen that wig, I'm sure of it. I also lived for like RuPaul on QVC for Mally Beauty when she was like showing the makeup, and she was just like picking it up for the first time, being like, this is a lipstick, I guess.
We both worked at makeup counters. I swear we know what we're talking about.
Which counter did you work at?
I worked at Sephora, JCPenney.
Oh, work. Which one?
I worked at the Southridge location. That was brand new. You were already gone by the time they opened that.
I was gonna say. Well, right when I left you, they opened that Mac store. And then they renovated the Mac.
You wouldn't have been allowed in anyway. You stole furniture.
No kidding. I was like, can you believe they fired me for stealing? You're like, really? What about this Mac chair in your house? Listen, if you haven't been fired for Mac, you weren't making big enough moves. Because everybody in the world who owns a makeup company has worked for it and has been fired for Mac. They did tell me, they were like, you can never, well, because I got fired from the Macy's, not Mac. Oh. So they were like, if you ever want to work at a store, it's fine. They were like, but because of Macy's wants to fire you. So I was like, but you could work at a store. But it was so devastating, but it's so funny to think that because I was fired from like my dream job at the time. I mean, my whole identity was that job. I loved it. I wore black all the time, wore makeup every day. And then because I was fired, I auditioned for Drag Race. So like, I would have been at the mall working right now.
And true irony, I worked Christmas season at that Macy's in the shoe department for women. And you were like the full on like celebrity at Mac. They talked about all the time when you mentioned you were a drag queen. Like, oh my God, do you know Trixie Mattel?
It's so funny. I'm sure now at that counter, they're like, yeah, she used to work here and everything ended totally mutually. You should have seen me when I got fired. I remember like, when I heard like, yeah, we're gonna have to terminate you. I remember I put the phone on mute and dropped it and like sank to the floor. Like, so it was so theatrical. And I lived with DeVere at the time and he was like, what are you going through? I remember he was like, pull yourself together. It's like on All Stars when I bombed Snatch Game really bad and I was sobbing on the runway and Kennedy goes, girl, pull it together.
Having fully won a Snatch Game in her season.
Yeah, she's like already won a Snatch Game. You know what though, I think it's harder when you've won your Snatch Game. There's more pressure. If you won the first Snatch Game, you rarely go back and do well again.
What would have been your second choice?
Well, my second choice was Dolly Parton, but we just did Divas Live a week before.
So, you act like the Drag Race fan has memories that good.
Or maybe going back again, maybe I would have done like Barbie, but called her like Debbie.
Ooh.
And done sort of like a dumb plastic
Barbie.
fashion doll. This already looks great.
Yeah, like, check it out. Like,
This is already awesome.
but I feel like we should still double stack it just to make it more drag.
I was obsessed with Jaymes when I first saw him. It was over the moon. It was, you were a little more cartoony looking back then. You weren't very sexy. You were more like...
Rotted was really the term we'd go with.
No, you had like, imagine like wigs always this like huge.
Well, I compensated with my hair height to make up for my lack of skills with makeup.
I will say your makeup was a journey. Because when I first met you, it was sort of like...
Pick your words wisely. I have only a teasing breath.
It was, you know, you were just not there's a way people apply makeup when they're not sure what the end result's gonna be. And that's what it was. It was like, if there was a crease, it was only like, sort of cut. It wasn't dark. If there was like, and you didn't wear as much face shaping either. It was sort of all one color.
I was on the impression I was like full on fish. So I didn't really need to.
And your lips used to be more a circle.
Yeah.
Rounded top and round on the bottom. So you always looked like...
I went off of Betty Davis where she says she draws her lips upside down. So it'd be like the curve is right here and the rest is just a circle.
Yeah, it's a good look. If you have the lips for it. You haven't full lips though. You've never had your lips done, have you?
No.
You have a lot of things going for you. You have full lips, a teeny little nose.
It's the benefits of being Latino, I gotta say.
I know. What would you call this?
It's not until I'm 50 where everything's gonna fall off.
Oh, and you know what this wig also did incorrectly? Her bangs. We're gonna do a better job.
Yeah, we are.
Her bangs are almost serving more like Lydia Dietz.
Yeah. It's full on like goth girl realness. That's what they wanted to combine it with. Like he was obsessed with Ronnie Spector, but he also wanted to make it like punk.
Mm-hmm. Also from day one, your drag was, you were very technical in that I was impressed you made all your costumes. And you used puppets and you made all the puppets. I'd never seen that before.
Well, I mean, we also were coming from the Milwaukee scene where it was a lot of like bodysuits and like drawstring ponytails.
Pageants, a lot of pageants. I also
it's changed
never,
so much now.
But it's between like you and Dixie Cup, I'd never seen drag queens that were like sort of stuck in an era, like a persona. We didn't really have that here. So here's a fun tip for teasing. Call it backcombing. In beauty school, they were like, we don't tease hair, we backcomb.
And you're like, shut the f up.
Because people are afraid teasing is bad for your hair, which it kind of is, but I love that your wig head looks like a kidnapped person. Like,
yeah.
Like this is the, like your Dorian Corey. I would find this in your closet in a few years.
Not Dorian Corey!
When we were making Moving Parts, the documentary, which comes out in December, there was so many times when they were talking to me while I was doing my makeup, and I'd always be like, if you shoot an arrow, and it goes real high.
An idiot.
But the guy filming was kind of a straight person, so I don't think he ever really got the reference, but.
Oh, that's the worst. The
Straight
reference
people,
is lost
in
on.
general, yeah. Straight people need to quit it. It's been so much lately.
That was my whole experience with like confessionals at Drag Race.
Ugh.
All straight people interviewing me. All these great golden gay references no one's getting. Why haven't you seen Dynasty?
You do have a, I will say for, how old are you?
29.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were older than me.
Nice try.
I'm 30, and I thought we were the same. Because your references are richer than most people our age.
It balances out because you're richer than me, so.
Well, I'm still here soliciting my friend to do to style my costume wig for free. So really, we're all the same.
I mean, it's still very Hollywood of you. You have all the money in the world, but you still have to ask for things for free.
Completely. Totally.
Alrighty, we're gonna tease the second one off camera and we'll be right back. We tease the second one off camera.
Woo!
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna separate the back because you can already see the divide in the lace right
here. Let me like hold it.
Alright, and I got some bubble wrap that I'm just gonna stuff inside. And if you could just do me a solid and hold that there.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna
sick. Oh, that looks so
on.
much better. Now it looks like Lydia Dietz for sure.
Oh, what I do love about this is it has that like really heinous mesh cap that you can just pin so easily.
Oh, pins. You can almost safety pin it. You guys are so lucky. I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing drag, what, 12 years now? You've been doing it a little less than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was not videos of drag queens pinning together wigs back then. So if you guys are learning this, you are so lucky that you have this information.
You couldn't find anything back when we started.
Nothing. I think I saw one video of Sarah Andrews putting on a bump.
Yeah, or Misty Eyes.
Or Misty Eyes.
Loving You Is Easy.
Misty Eyes doing like, still very little though. Like she's not doing full styles. She just had peg pageant hair. Oh, by the way, if you guys, feel free to follow my new channel at Trixie Mattel on YouTube.
Oh yeah, be sure and follow her. Her videos need the help and viewership.
I only have 2 videos, but you're gonna love it. Well, I have my music videos on there too. I know it's kind of the ultimate shade to my music career that my drugstore makeup video got more views than any of my music videos in like the first day. I was like,
is it really that surprising? Okay, I'm kidding. All right, can we switch her side so I can pin the other?
Yeah.
Work.
Oh, this is looking really good. I mean, you guys can't see what we're seeing. Look on camera, she looks like, good boy. Good boy.
Didn't you fully have all your blonde wigs remade in brunette in case they asked you on All Stars?
Yeah, I brought 3 really beautiful like wigs in gray, big Trixie styles, but like in brown, and they never asked for it. I don't with brown wigs. Although this year me and Katya are doing Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, so I'm wearing a big red wig.
Oh, are you doing like Uma Thurman?
No, I want to do like comic book. Like I want to do green skin.
Oh. Why?
Because I think in the comic book she looks sexy. She has like very light, almost key lime colored skin.
I'll give you that. I mean, Uma Thurman is a bit overdone with drag queens. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Uma Thurman, like a drag queen with like craft foam on her brows, being like, as I told Lady Freeze. Like, yeah, we get it.
I remember being at a pageant in Milwaukee where a girl did Poison Ivy, and she did the full monologue, like, I told Lady Freeze, and it started skipping.
Oh.
She was like froze, like, I told Lady Freeze, I told Lady Freeze. Like, why'd you tell her, girl?
Well, there was a drag queen from Milwaukee, and I won't say who it is, but it was one of, you know, I don't really do the pageant thing, but I like to go to the pageants.
Oh, it's fun.
It's really fun. And there's one drag queen, she was doing her step down, and drag queens doing a step down have all the seriousness of like a heart attack. You would think that it's Barack Obama taking his last dance of his life with Michelle. These drag queens, they come out with their crown, and they do like Kelly Clarkson, moment like this.
Oh yeah.
Beyonce, I was here, I lived, I learned. Like, and they perform like this is the last day of my life. The drag queen with the step down, her track started skipping, and she just stopped taking the money and stared at the DJ until like 3 minutes later, the song started from the beginning. I love when you're in a dressing room and a drag queen's like, all right, you're gonna do track 6, and then we're gonna start skipping, skip the track 11. Because drag queens used to not do flash drives.
Oh,
to just have CDs.
CDs! The $2 CDs from Walgreens, you get like 3 of them.
And every time you had a show, you'd have to burn a new CD for your numbers. And then when I started traveling for Drag Race, everyone in the world besides Milwaukee, it seemed like, was doing flash drives. Everyone's like, why do you have a CD? Oh, this is looking so good.
Oh yeah, like that.
Oh my God, it looks so beautiful. The way that, I will say, they cut this correctly. James and I used to perform primarily for like bachelorettes and small groups of gay people. So when you're lip syncing, you have to figure out like, all right, what kind of lip syncs make money off these groups of people? You'd be doing numbers that bachelorettes had never heard. You doing like Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun, they don't know that.
Girl, I did that number into the ground.
So what? It was a good number. I did Little Shop of Horrors for like 4 years. But I mean, listen, if you have Windy Breeze from Milwaukee told me this. An audience doesn't care if they've seen it twice as long as they liked it the first time. I think when you're a new drag queen, there's this pressure to do brand new looks, brand new everything all the time.
You'll go broke.
Girl, who cares? An average audience member will see 2 drag shows a year.
Yeah.
They're not going to every show. And if they are, they're a big enough fan that they'll like it anyway. Oh, here's a good tip from home. Most hairsprays are formulated to work best 6 to 10 inches away. So you might think you're getting a better hold by soaking one spot. You're just making it too wet to dry.
Oh, Pop, I'm gonna kick out of you.
Sorry.
Itch that dog's neck.
We itch that dog's neck. And most hairsprays work better if you get a little distance, because it's supposed to cast a wide net if you just soak one area. Sorry. God forbid we get some in your wig.
Oh. Oh, by the way, this is for you.
By the way, I got you what you've always wanted. A f***ing brush, you pig. This looks awesome. I can already see that these bangs are going to be litty.
I have to like look at reference for Elvira because I can't really remember what kind of bangs she does.
Well, let's look it up.
And this wig is more like the modern Elvira, where it's more of like a Amy Winehouse-y clean beehive. Like Amy when she like cleaned herself up for the Grammys. Oh yeah, okay, it's Lydia Dietzy.
Yeah, I never noticed her makeup is like...
It goes all the way past her brow.
To her, yeah.
If you ever met Angeline in person, have you met Angeline?
Of course, a few times.
I met her and she smelled like cat pee.
Yeah, she's not super nice.
And I don't think she has cats. I think she's living out of her car. She had eyeshadow that was bright pink and it went all the way past her eyebrow to her hairline.
Yeah, she's, you know, I try to cherish her for what she was and what she represents, and try not to fault her for what she's become. You die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's Angeline. I have a real question for you.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to stay in your Jaymes voice during these videos?
That usually leaves halfway through. Like, you're getting the full-on my voice now.
Do you think it's because of me? Do you think I bring out the male side of you?
No, I just get frustrated and huff so many hairspray fumes that it just kind of leaves. And I jump back into it as soon as the video's
You're like,
done.
God, this is... Oh, I mean, God, this is awful.
Well, I like to think that my voice out of drag is already kind of feminine enough. Just go with it.
Comment below if you
You're
think
in my
Jaymes-
house.
I think when the Dolly Parton wigs come out, you should do the Dolly Parton wigs.
That's what I was originally going to ask you to do with me.
Well, I would have loved that. Unfortunately, they're not out and they haven't been announced yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know
if
they're
they are
not going to be
coming
great. I think they'll be worse than the Rue ones.
I mean...
Actually, what could be?
That is a strong statement to make.
Yeah.
Alright, just in case you guys can see it.
This is looking so beautiful. I can't believe this is those... I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. Those wigs were $15. I'm still going to buy a black choker tomorrow to hide my... I can't decide to wear those full chest like yours or do like the...
If you're going for realism, you want the full chest.
Yeah. And because that dress, the way it's cut, I think it's better to have that rubber like... Is that what you have on now?
Yeah.
They are so sweaty, Jaymes.
I cut the back out of mine, so if you look at it, I wear it like a regular breastplate.
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually got mine from your website because when I was doing the Moving Parts Tribeca premiere, I wanted to do big like Dolly Parton titties. And when I was looking at yours, I was like, okay, great. And that website where you order those boobs from is
Frightening.
shocking. You know, I ordered a head. I ordered a head.
You ordered a head?
I got one of the rubber heads. You never seen the rubber head?
Are you gonna put makeup on it?
There's videos of me trying products on it.
Is this gonna be a Trixie Cosmetics YouTube video?
I actually bought it to wear as a look for... I was just gonna wear one of those latex heads the whole time.
A female masker?
Yes! This looks awesome.
It does. Alright, we're just gonna clean the bangs up, and that's nothing usual. You've seen me cut bangs before. I'm just gonna chop them, and we're gonna do that off camera, and we'll be right back.
Jaymes Mansfield styled an Elvira wig with Trixie Mattel. However, when she finished editing the video, she forgot to mention her Manscaped affiliate code. Before we get into the tea, a quick disclaimer. Please don't send any hate to Jaymes Mansfield, Trixie Mattel, Manscaped, or anyone else involved in this controversy. So what's the big issue? When Jaymes Mansfield forgets to mention her Manscaped affiliate code, Mansfield20, you miss out on 20% off of your purchase. Does Jaymes Mansfield not care about you shaving your no-no bits? Sound off down below. Hey, would you knock it off?
Welcome back! This is the final result.
Yes! It's so weird to see black hair. I look like a negative of myself.
It is legit. Like, you see an eye patch and you're like your evil twin in the soap opera.
Totally. If I could change, I wish I had the real eye makeup on, but I can't believe this is this cheap wigs.
Given her hair is somewhat simple, like it's very easy to recreate this. It's just a lot of back combing.
Her hair also looks like a wig.
Yeah.
It's easy to make a wig
It
look
is a
like a wig. Chris Spears, thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh, where can we find Trixie Mattel? You're so new to the scene.
You can find me on every single platform at Trixie Mattel, including YouTube, my brand new channel, at Trixie Mattel.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here, Trixie. But wait a second, this wig is just missing one more thing.
The Jaymes Mansfield wig spray from Black Alchemy Labs.
Yes!
It smells like, is it creamsicle?
Cream soda.
Cream soda hit me.
Okay.
I've actually never tried it.
Does it smell like home?
Oh yeah, that smells really good. Wow. Woo.
Available at blackphoenixalchemylab.com.
Oh, this is great. Thank you for helping me. I'm living.
You're welcome. And if you guys want style wigs like this one, they're available at JamesMansfieldBeauty.com.
And if you like my glitters I have on, this one's called Ookie Spooky. Complete any Halloween look with it. It's only $10.
Yes! Oh my god, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Trixie's show now.
I'm like obsessed with it.
Oh my god, we just need tassels.
Yes. Thank you for helping me. You're the
You're
best.
absolutely welcome. Mwah.
Let's boobs hug.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm Algorithm Chief Officer of AdSense Security. This moment of tender friendship has been cut out due to YouTube censorship. You can't do that on YouTube. Now back to the video.
Bye.
Bye.
Click here and watch me transform a Disney Moana wig. Or see transform $10 wigs from Walmart. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll create a copycat show to with Nina Bonita Brown called So click it.